Hello, welcome to my stamp room. My name is Terry Phelps and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And tonight I want to share a different way of using your dies. So it's not really a new technique, but I think it's something that a lot of people forget about or have never really seen it used before. But actually, in some cases, some of your die sets will actually replace your stamps. They're buildable, and so you get your detail and everything, but you don't have to actually stamp anything. So that's kind of what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to use the Cheerful Daisies dies, and those dies right now are actually on the last chance list. And so they were $34 and they're now $20.40. And it reaches the 10% reward. So because it's over $20, so you get to earn some rewards for it too. But let me show you. The stamp set is all sold out. Let me show you. Let me go down to my desktop here. So this is the stamp set, and that is not available any longer. But we're actually not going to really use this stamp set tonight. Tonight we're going to use the dies that go with this. And like I said, they're on the last chance list. So they are on sale. These are Nummy, and this isn't all of the dies. There's also actually 4 more dies, but I didn't use those. So yeah, so we're gonna play with these tonight, and these are gonna become our stamps. So let me. And so because you could just use different colored cardstock, but because I'm going to turn down my volume. I think you can hear an echo. Because you can also, of course, just use different colored dies, cardstock, and that would be pretty too. But I'm going to use just plain white cardstock. And so tonight our card is just a general card. Whoops. So I'm going to cut my card base. And so I think this is too wide here. We want this to be 5.5. Yeah. How's everybody? Can't believe it's Wednesday again already. Boy, the weeks just fly, don't they? And then we're just going to score it normally. So this is a normal card base, 8.5 by, or 5.5 by, 8.5 by 5.5. And then I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to do some scoring just to add a little accent. So I'm just going to go in 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to start at my 4.25 mark. I'm going to make some nice deep grooves. And then I'm going to go another 1/4 inch. And it's kind of hard to see where my lines are here. And then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do the same thing on 3 sides. So that's 1/4 inch, and oops, I almost cut it. That would not have been good. Alrighty, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the 3rd side. And I'm going to go another 1/4 inch. Whoops. right, so I'm just doing that to just give it a little bit of dimension. All right, and then another thing I want to do before we get too far into this, I'm going to, because I want this to dry, I'm going to get this out of here for now. I'm going to score this real good. And so then what I did was I wanted to have some accent. So I took, what did I do with it? Oh, it's buried. Okay. So I took, and I'm using one of our aqua brushes, and I filled it with water, and then I also filled it with Memento black ink, and I also was going to put some Wink of Stella in it so that it would have a little shimmer. My Wink of Stella pen was really low, and so nothing was really coming out, and I was, to be honest, too lazy to go find another Wink of Stella pen. So I grabbed our Metallics Enamel Effects, and it's in the silver, and I put some of that in here. Now, to be honest, I don't really notice if it added really much shimmer, but it turned my black into a kind of a gray silver, so it's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let me put this down so that I'm going to do some flicking. You know what? I did this on something harder. Maybe I'll try it on this so that it flicks. Whoops. I'm just doing this to add some to my background. Give it some interest. Somebody else probably has a way better way to do this. I just kind of do stuff on the fly always, so. In fact, tonight I was going to just do my video on new products I got. I just got another big shipment of new stuff. And then, of course, because you know how I am, I changed my mind at the last minute and came up with this card. So, all right. So, I think that will, kind of wanted some bigger flicks, but okay. All righty. So, I'm going to put that aside so that that can dry a little bit. All right, so then I'm going to take our dies, and I'm going to just layer them all on some white cardstock. No big, particular, fashion. I'm just basically cutting out. All right. So I'm going to put these on my die machine and cut those out real quick. This is a fun technique though, because it's another way to use your dies so that you get more use out of them. All right. Just going to run these through real quick. All right. I'm going to take all these off. Get them out of the way. All right, so now we have all of our pieces to work with. And maybe you've done this before. I myself really, I've done little pieces like this before, but I've never like created the whole design with just the dies like this. Oh no, that one doesn't want to come out. Let's see. I'll keep working here. And I was going to go a second time through too, but there we go. There's that one. Whoops, and it's just this one. This little guy just does not want to let go. There we go. Sweet. Alrighty, so now we're going to take, and we are going to, oops, I got a couple more I have to pick out here. What do I do with my pick tool? I swear, do you spend time looking for stuff you just had? Oh my gosh, constantly. So you could inlay all these little pieces if you wanted to. So until you design your look, you might want to keep them until you're all the way done creating, because you might decide you want to use it. All right, and this one I'm going to take out this little section. And I'm going to take out these little guys. And I'm going to take the little skeleton or the veins of the leaves out, because I am going to actually color those, and I'm going to put them back in. Hi, Judy. How are you? Yes, I don't know who else is watching. I don't see any other comments, but thank you for watching. So this is kind of the most, picky part of the whole process. It's not hard by any means. And when I chose these particular dies because I can build up on them, and they look really nice without any stamps, but they're gonna look really cool. All right, so I think I've got this one pretty well. I think I'm going to leave actually the center, the little dots in the center of this. And I have one dot here. I might keep it, but I doubt it, because we're going to color it anyway. All right, so here's our pieces. This is extra. Okay, so this is where the fun's going to come in here. So I'm going to set this aside, and we are going to take, and so I used my color wheel again because I really don't know much about flowers, and I really don't know like what types they are. I mean, I know these are daisies only because the stamp set says that. But as far as what technically the colors are for certain flowers, I have no idea. So what I did was I picked my my complementary colors, and I wanted the flowers to be kind of a pinky orangey. So this is kind of what I chose for my my flower or my color scheme. So I just grabbed these to build my flowers, and then I just did my standby of Old Olive and Lemon Lime Twist for the leaves. So that's kind of how I came up with that. And so we're going to also need, I have a piece of paper down because, I mean, I could do this on my glass, but I figure it would just kind of smear out. And another thing that you'll notice is my ink pads are kind of dry. So I'm not really switching out a bunch of blending brushes because they just aren't that juicy. And so if you were to use this technique, keep that kind of in mind. If you have juicy pads, you'll probably want to use separate brushes for each color. Just thought I'd mention that. All right, so let's do our background colors first for our flowers. So I'm going to put this aside. This is our greenery stuff. And these are more details. So I'm going to stick those over here. All right. So we're going to do our backgrounds. And I'm going to do the lighter colors for the backgrounds, right? Because my details I want to pop. Oh, gosh, I hope everything's going to turn out, Judy. Sounds like a long process. Ugh. I wish you well. It's not fun. So I'm going to take, so this is Pretty in Pink. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do my large flower, my background, and I'm just going to take and give this some color. And the thing I like about doing these brushes and stuff is you get some depth when you're putting color on the paper, because you know it's gonna have different shades automatically, because depending on how much pressure you do. So this one I think I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do it even later. I'm not even going to re-ink this, I don't think. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe just a tad. And if you don't want this to be dark at all, like when you first apply, sometimes it helps to go off. Oh, that's awesome. Gosh, I hate health stuff. It's just so hard when things start not working, or you just All right, and this one I am using Petal, no, what am I doing? What is this? Petal Pink. It's so light that it wore off. Okay, so now because I am not switching brushes, I'm going to just ink off so that this is really not going to carry over. So this is more your little orangey looking colors. All right. And let's see, I think we'll move on to these. So these are the lighters. And then I'm going to, I think, start with Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to do that. All right. I'm trying to avoid like coloring too much on the other piece parts. I mean, it's not going to matter too much, right? Because they are the same flower and, you know, they would be similar anyway. So, and let's see, this one I did kind of the same color. This one I'm going to do a little darker because I did do the background even lighter. All right, and then I'm going to take brush off, and then this is my Calypso Coral. I'm going to do that in this. Okay. Did that kind of dark. Yikes. Alrighty, and then for the detail, I think, let's put this together. Those are similar. So I think I'm going to do the, which one is this? Calypso Coral. That's flirty. I think we'll do the Calypso Coral in the detail one here. And I'm going to do that pretty dark. But you see how the dies have their own texture because, you know, you've got your little cut lines, and so that's adding some detail as if you were stamping. So, you know, like your, you know, there's like cuts in these leaves. So that's giving some nice detail. And let's see, for this one, I want this to pop as well. So I'm going to do this one in the same. Now see, I should have popped off, but actually some flowers, you know, they are like variegated. I'm going to leave that because I think it has a nice look. See, so that's kind of got a nice look to it. So that's going to go on here. And then this one, I think, let's see, this is the flower for that. So we've already got this one is kind of dark. So maybe I'm going to switch it up and do a little lighter. Let's go with the Flirty Flamingo. I'm just not going to do it too dark. Gosh, I hope you guys can't hear Sis Leo. He's just like, I gave him his treat, and he's just working hard on it, I swear. At first, when I first went live, I heard lots of like teeth grinding, and I thought, oh my gosh, do not break your tooth. I got one little piece stuck in there. I think I'm going to try to clip it out, even though probably would not be noticed. But I know it's there. All right, and we can play with that again later. I think I'm just going to move these over a little bit because we might use them again. And let's do our greenery. So again, I'm going to use the lighter color on the background. And I think I'm going to use, oops, my little pieces are getting away. Let's see, this is the light one, so we're gonna do, I'm gonna do that on the leaves. Okay. And I'm gonna take it, and I think I might do this light and dark. But I'm gonna do this one in light too, I guess, because I did the other ones in light. And I could switch it up, add a little bit of detail by adding a little darker. Because I could stamp some more to get a little bit of, and again, I'm just going to wipe off my excess. There, I've got a little bit of two-tone going. I'm going to do this in dark. And then I want the veins of the leaves, I want those in dark as well. Actually, I suppose I could take my face off so you can see maybe a little bit better. All right, and then we just have one more piece over here. But see, everything has its own look. And all your colors can pop. All right. Oh, I think this one needs a little more. You know, as you're doing this, you could also, you know, see how things are appearing on my scrap paper? You know, doing this on regular paper, you could make this as a background and white paper and chop it and size it down, and that could be a really nice soft background, and then you can add on top of that too. Just an idea, just thinking. Another thing, you know, this is my sheet of my dies that I just, you know, cut. And so I was playing, and again, you could make and build your own designer series paper and then cut it down. Like I could keep stamping on this and then just make it a panel and then add it to a card. And I could add these on top of it, you know, and it would just add another dimension. So, you know, there's lots of things you can do with the dies. Use them as stencils, cut them out. I could also take and cut the seam like this piece out of actual, you know, a different color green designer series paper, say, but you don't have to, and that's the cool thing about doing it this way. You're just building this as if they are our stamps, right? So I think I want this a little greener. I have a couple spots I just don't think I don't think they're gonna pop if I don't. This is a center of a flower. I could, I'm just gonna get rid of that ink. I don't know if we're gonna use that or not. I'm gonna stick it over here just because maybe. All right, so we are going to take our card base that we made, and so if you didn't see it first, so I flicked some color on, and then I did 1/4 inch scoring on all three sides so that it would just give it a little bit of something something. Okay, so now we're going to put together our flowers and we're going to build them up. And I think I'm going to move my stamp pads away because I will wear them. So this is our base. Okay, so, oh no, my troublemaker is here. What's the matter, Leo? What's the matter? Come here. Come here. What's the matter? Come here. Come here. All right. Sorry about that. Sometimes he just gets nutso, so I'm trying to appease him. Oh, come here. Want to say hi? Want to come up here? Oh, gosh, you're such a piggy. Do you want to say hi? Here. Oh, let me. Oh. Sorry. Ooh, don't put your nose in there. You're going to have a green nose. Yes, this is my trouble one. He always has to start up. I gave him a treat. He must have ate it. So now he's going to cause trouble. So I'll hold him for a little bit and see if he settles down. Usually helps. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're going to start taking our base here. And it takes a little bit. Like sometimes I don't know if I like this. This is, oh, sorry. So this is a lot, they're very similar, these colors. So I might want to do some doctoring up. I'm either going to make this one a little darker, but then again, I am going to do this. All right, maybe I'll just add a little bit of pink to that. So what do we got here? Let's do pretty in pink. And I'm going to kind of push down really hard. Oh, okay, well. Woo! Careful. Do you wanna get down? Please. Oh, now I just did it almost the same color. It's a little bit darker. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna keep that way. Alright, so then we're gonna build this die so that we're gonna get some layers. So I have to spin this around to try to figure out where it fits. That looks pretty close. I don't think it's exactly right though. And I suppose I really wouldn't have to. Ooh, there we go. There it is. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm going to use a he is a sweet little fur baby. He's a problem child, but yeah, no. What do you do? Oh crap, and I just took it off here. So I think well, it might not be perfect, but okay, there we go. Alrighty. And then we're going to take and do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to keep the centers in because, you know, the little dots, because I think it just adds to take them out. I mean, I could, obviously, but what we're going to do is color them. So I'm just going to leave them in there. All right, so I think, yeah, we can only see the one, and that's okay because we're going to color that anyway with ink. All right, so we're going to do the spinning game again. Uh-huh. Nope. Found it. Found it. Okay, so now we have two of them together. And then I'm going to do this one. And I think I'm going to use small ones for that as well. Thank you. You know, I gotta stop doing this. I think I have an idea what I'm gonna do for my lives, and then, yeah, I just change my mind all the time. It's like, hey, this would be fun to do. All right. And so by putting these on the back, one, it adds dimension, but it also becomes your base. So when you're going to actually hear it, this one's not so hard, huh? Uh-oh, there's a dog barking. Someone's gonna lose his mind here in a minute. All right, so that's those pieces. And now we're gonna add the details. So, same process. Except I think I'm going to use liquid glue. Whoa, and that just came right out. Oh my gosh. Thanks. All right. I hope somebody doesn't move. He's laying on my lap. This could be bad. And I'm not like gluing everywhere because I don't mind if these are totally adhered. It's kind of nice to have them be able to float. So let's see if we can figure out. He is relaxed for a minute, and ooh, I think, no, that's not it. Oh crap, that wasn't it. So this is kind of the tedious part. Darn. I know some dies, they have notches, kind of. You can tell where they are. And of course, doing this live doesn't help because, of course, it's not going to go right. And by using liquid glue, then I can adjust it just a little bit. Okay, finally. I think we got that one. It is tricky to match up. Ugh. But it's nice once you finally get there. This won't be too hard. Okay. Have you ever tried this technique? All right, so we have that, and then we have just one more. And this one I did later because I felt like it went really dark on the second layer, so I thought better lighten her up. But that is kind of fun how everything will look different, you know, because it all just depends on your colors and how hard you press and how many different layers there are. So these are shorter, so I'm guessing this goes like this. Woohoo! Wow, my glue stuck fast. Nice, right? There's all that dimension and different layers. And then I'm also going to take and attach, I'm going to inlay my leaf veins again. See how they just snap right into place? And so that also gives some dimension. So there we go. Nice. So fun. And then we can add, when we start layering on our card, we've got this little piece and we've got this leaf here. Now, I feel it needs something in the center. So I'm going to use Early Espresso. And I'm going to just try to stay in the center. Oh, shoot. No, this is the brown one. Oh, darn. I didn't use the right color. It helps if you actually use brown instead of green. So I'm going to try that again. It's like, what is happening? Whoops. Oh, that's okay. All right. Now we're just going to put this together. We will have this really cute card. So I feel like, I think, let's do this way. And I'm going to add, I kind of like that greenery there. And we're going to put this maybe here. Maybe there. How about there? Can I move this way? No, I like this back up here, I think. All right, and then, let's see. So I'm going to put some weight on that. And Oh, we have one more thing to do. I want to do a sentiment, and I totally, when I made my first card, I didn't even remember or realize that this had a little banner die also in the set. So I'm going to use it this time. So let's get a little scrap of paper here. And I'm going to make this a birthday card. All right. And so let's take and, oh, where's the die for that? It's probably buried. You know what? Here we go. Yay. All right. So I'm going to run this through the machine real quick. Can't believe Leo's sitting on my lap still. This machine's going to freak him out. What is that, huh? What's going on? Crazy little mutt. You are so crazy. You are crazy. There is never a dull moment with this little dog, I swear. And my other one is, he's in the bathroom locked up because I don't want them fighting when they're each having their treat. And so he wants to get out of there now. I swear. Nice. So that will go good. All right, so let's kind of build our card. So because this is going to get hidden, I'm just actually going to put a little glob of glue. And I got to put something on the card to keep it from popping open. Alrighty, and I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Oh, shoot. I think I popped them up on the other card. Oh, well. Every card's different, right? And so I wanted to do the spraying of the card early enough so that it would dry, right? And I think just for the fun of it, I'm going to put a couple little mini dimensionals on our leaves here at the ends so that they kind of pop up a little bit. Be careful not to rip them. Yes, Leo is very happy. And it's been more than 5 minutes, which is a shock. Uh-oh. Stuck to my finger. Nice. Alrighty, and then we have this one little leaf, which I think what do we think? See, I'm terrible about leaves. Yeah, you know, I don't know where they belong on a plant. I guess we'll go. Well, wait a second. We have this to add, so we could do this. No. Okay. Just gonna put a little dot here. All right, and then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. I just heard Cisco. He just did like his big sigh, like, oh. All righty. And I think we'll put it right under so that the leaves kind of, he is super chilled out. He's actually asleep on my lap. It's like, really? I usually can't get him to usually can't get him to sit still long enough to actually fall asleep on my lap. And I think I'm going to use these. Oops. Put one there. Put one there. And how about there? And how about that? Look how awesome that is. Look at all the texture and the dimension. And I think the little spots and the lines just add a little bit of extra. And you could also Wink of Stella these, right? I think it's a fun technique. So I hope you try it. And then this is the one that I made when I was deciding to do this. So yeah, so aren't they cool? It is. I like the spots. I was trying to get bigger spots on this one. Maybe I'll have to flick it a little bit later. But aren't they fun? And this I just simply just stamped it and just did a black background and just kept it very simple. And this one I actually used the banner from the die set. So this die set is beautiful. I love it. It is, again, it's in the last chance list. So it is going to be disappearing on us. So if you like it, grab it. It was $34. It's now $20.40. And that you can get rewards on that. You know, anything $20 and above, you get 10% to save on your next order. So that's cool. But it is really pretty. And like I said, I mean, I did use the sentiment from the stamp set, but we did not use any stamps other than the sentiment. And you can use any sentiment from any set, right? So you can do a lot of things with your dies. You can make backgrounds, you know, like I said, if this was on white cardstock, you could totally cut this apart and make it as a background, even on this same card, and just put these on top of that. You know, you can make designer series paper of yourself. I could keep building on this, and I'm actually just using the negatives from cutting out. So, I mean, there's a lot of fun things you can do with your dies. So just think about that when you're, you know, picking out dies and all that. You know, it's a fun thing to do. You know what? I think, should we see if I have any Wink of Stella left in here? Should we add a little? Ooh, I got a little bit. We're going to make one with Wink of Stella and one without. And like I said, this thing is kind of getting down there, so it's not like super, super full. And that just adds another little dimension, right? But I do like it naturally too, because it just has a like earthy look to it. Ah, I got dimensional sticking all over me. So there it is. I don't know if you can see it with the Wink of Stella, but I think they turned out really well. If it was your glass mat, you could spritz water. Oh, sure. That's so true. So Judy, I'm going to try to highlight. So Judy says if it was your glass mat, you could spritz water on your ink and pick it up with the watercolor paper to let it dry for another project as well. Yes, that is such an awesome idea, Judy. Thank you. I love it. So thank you for sharing that. That is awesome. So, I also, if, just so you know, let me get down. So Facebook is kind of deleting people's videos shortly after they put them out there. So if you watch me on Facebook, you can find me on YouTube as well at Sunshine Stamper with Terry Phelps. I'm like, what am I called? I don't know. And oh, and from tomorrow, I think, is today the 22nd. Oh, no, it's today, April 23rd through the 25th. You get free shipping on $75 orders or more. So that's something to consider too. Or with plastic like window sheet and transfer it to another piece of cardstock as well. Ooh, Judy, you got lots of good ideas. I'll have to have you show some stuff sometime. That'd be fun. But yeah, so today's free shipping. So I am actually going to place my order. I've got my little order left that I was going to do. So sweet. But I hope you like that. And oh, I just noticed my nails look, they match the color scheme too. Pretty fun. But okay. So anyway, with that, I will let you go. Oh, I'm hope you are not laid up too much longer. I really hope that you get to start stamping again. That's got to be hard. That's one of my biggest worries, is that I will like get arthritis super bad and I won't be able to ever stamp. It's like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Hey, you. Want to say goodnight? He's such a pain. Yes, I just ordered like 25 things of cardstock. So I did. Did you just belch in the camera? Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm going to go rescue my other dog out of the bathroom because, you know, he's freaking out. And I'll let everyone get back to their evening. But try this technique. It's super fun. And look how pretty. I mean, really, that's cool. All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you next Wednesday, and maybe I'll actually stick with my original plan and show you some new products. Alrighty. Well, thank you. Oh, awesome. I'm glad I checked the date because I need to place my order now too. Thank you, Judy, for watching, and And if you're watching the replay, thank you. And let me know if you try this technique. But everyone have a great weekend. Take care. Bye, Judy.